Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to conduct lecture number 15 and today's topic is looping. So let's see what is looping. Looping. Looping is defined as one of the most important technique or used which is used in the programming languages. And what is the purpose? If we want to repeat certain stuff or for various times, right? For example, you want to uh, repeat certain phenomena, right? For example, we are adding a number into another number and we want it to be added for 100 times. So we have to repeat that addition process for 100 times, right? And for example, if we are multiplying, uh, if we are calculating the factorial of a number, then what we have to do, we have to calculate, we have to multiply that number with the decrement of its own, and then we have to repeat this process equivalent to that number. So that is called looping, right? That iteration, that repetition is called loop or simple iteration. So let's see how one can do the same this thing, this looping technique in assembly language of PIC18F microcontroller or PIC18F452 in specifically. To understand the effectiveness and efficiency of looping, let's run a simple program. And in this program, what we have to do, we have to add 04 hacks in working register for 5 times. So what we have to do, we have to add only 04 number, 04 hacks a decimal number in working register for 5 times. So how one can do it? We can simply write a code. Uh, let's say move literal to working 00 hacks. It will make the working register empty. Then we can go move working file, add literal to working 04 hacks. It is 1 time, right? So let me write 1 in comments. Add literal to working 04 hacks is 2 time. Add literal to working 04 hacks 3 time. Add literal to working 04 hacks 4 time. Add literal to working 04 hacks is 5 times. So you know that what we are doing, we are just repeating this instruction, add literal to working 04 hacks. How many time? 5 times, just to just to repeat this process for 5 times, right? So that means we are just repeating the instruction. And if somehow we do a magic that we write this instruction for 1 time only and then we repeat this instruction for 5 times, then this will be done more efficiently, right? So let's write the code. So how we will be doing it, I will write over here, move literal to working. First of all, first thing will be same. Okay, before we go, first of all, how many time you want to repeat it? Let's do the number in the working register. So 05 hacks, so we want to repeat it for 5 time, right? Or you can say, yeah, 5 time. And then we can we save it in certain file register. Let's say move working file 00 hacks, right? So what we are doing, we are uh, making file register 00 hacks, right, equal to the count uh, about which we want to repeat the stuff, right? And then we will perform our original task, move literal to working, move literal to working 00 hacks. Now it is working register is clear, and now we will be adding it, right? So let's say move working file, no, sorry, not working file, add literal to working 04 hacks. That is only 1 time that we are going to write. Okay, this is only 1 time. And now what we have to do, we have to just reduce this value in the file register 00, right? So we have done it 1 time. Now we will decrement it, right? So how one can do it in C programming, you can simply write I minus or a minus, right? So that will decrease the variable. But here you have a similar kind of arithmetic instruction that is known as decrement file. So this is a new instruction that we are learning, decrement file. Decrement file, what it will do, it will decrement a specific file, and this time we want to decrement 00 hacks, right? So what will happen, file register 00 hacks -1 will be happening, and it will again restore inside file register 00 hex, right? So what will happen from 5 to this value will become 4, right? So 00 hex was containing what, 05 hex, but now it will become 04 hex. And now what we have to check, we have to check whether this after this decrement this file register has become 0 or not, and how one can verify it, right? Because if this file register has become 0, that means 5 times this loop has already been completed, right? So how one can verify whether this value has become 0 or not? Using the 0 flag. If you remember, 0 flag will become high whenever this any arithmetic or logical operation result is 0, right? So if this decrement makes this file 00 equals to 0, I mean its content becomes 0, then 0 flag will be high. So what we have to check, if 0 flag is high, then we have to stop the iteration, otherwise we have to repeat the stuff, which stuff add literal to working 04. So how one can do it? Using conditional branch that we have covered in the last lectures, in the in the previous lecture. BNZ means branch if not 0. That means branch to the label, let's say label is XYZ, right? So it is a branch. You have to branch if, right, if z is equal to 0, that means 0 flag is not high, and that means the file register is not equal to 0. So you will have to jump to XYZ, and jumping will be over here, XYZ. So I hope this is very easy. Let's repeat the complete program so that you can easily understand. Very first thing what we did, we actually save 05 hacks in working register, then we move into 00 hacks, right? So file 00 hacks contains 05, and then we cleared our working register using move literal to working 00 hacks. So working register will be 0 here. Add literal to working 04 because it was we need to perform it 5 times. So working register will contain now 04 hacks, right? And then we will do it decrement file 00, because we have add it one time, so we will decrement it one time. So from 5 to 5 to after the execution of this instruction, this value will become 4, right? And then instead of 5 it has become 4. Now it will check whether z is equal to 0 or not. If z is equal to 0, that means it is not 0. Yeah, it is not 0, so z will be 0, and it will jump back, right? And again it will repeat. So this is second time now, and decrement will be happening, right? So this 4 will become 3. Again it is checked whether it is 0 or not. It is not 0, that means it will repeat again. Then this instruction will be happening. This is third time now, and so on. So when 5 times loop will be completed, so this 3 to 1, it will become 0, and this condition will no more true, and you will eventually come out of the loop. So that is how you can perform the same instruction, same task using the loop phenomena. One can easily ask here a question, okay, if you count here number of instruction, it becomes 6, and here you have almost 6 instructions, right? Rather you are using a conditional branch which will consume more instruction time, right? But that question is very obvious, because for 5 time it's this phenomena seems simple, and this logic seems bit difficult. But let's say if we want to perform 100 times addition of this uh, working register, or 04 hacks to be added in this working register for 100 times, then this program will require how many instruction? Almost 101 instructions, right? But this program will remain same, because using the same 6 lines you can perform the same 100 time addition using this loop. So this is the efficiency of loop. I hope you have understand the concept of how one can actually build a loop in the assembly language programming. Okay, let's take another example program. And in this program, what we have to do, we have to take first 10 natural numbers, and we have to generate them, and we have to display them at port C. So port C will be our output port. Let's write the code for this program. Okay, let's start our, first of all, what we have to do, we have to make our port C as an output port. So move literal to working 00 hacks, and we have to send it to move working file press C, right? So in this way port C will become output port, right? Next thing what we have to do, we have to make a counter in certain memory location, let's say 00 hex. Okay, let's say in file register uh, location location 00, we will be used as a counter, and we will save here 10 so that we can decrement it by each and iteration. First of all, it will become 9, then it will become 8, and so on, and it will become 0. So we will stop at 0, right? So this position we will use as a counter. And just to make things more clear, we can use here assembler directive equate, right? So let's say we use counter counter equate 00 hex. So whenever we want to write 00 hex, right, we can use counter, right? So let's say move working file in counter. So in counter is basically 00 hex, and in counter what we have, okay, we have to send 10, right? Move literal to working uh, 0a hex. 0a hex. Why 0a hex? Because it is equal to 10. If you want to write in decimal, you can simply write D10. So it will make things more simple. And we want to save it to what? We want to save it to counter. Move working file to counter. So counter will be equal to, that means counter will be equals to 10, right? This is the meaning of this command. Now what we have to do, we have to just simply increment the port C, right? First of all, we have to start with let's say 1. So first number we will send, move literal to working, right? Move literal to working, and then you can use move literal to working 01 hex, and then you will move it to port C. First natural number, move working file to port C. So port C will display it 1, and then you have to increment it. So how you can do it, you can simply write, let's say, add literal to working 01 hex, which means basically you will be moving, you will be incrementing. So working register was equal to 0, so it will become 0 plus 1, and it will become 1 hex, right? So what we have to do, we have to repeat the stuff. First of all, you have to decrement the counter, decrement counter file, right? Decrement is counter, right? So now counter will become equals to 9 at this stage, right? Because you are decrementing it, right? For from 10 it will become, you stored is equal to 10, but now it has become 9. So you have to check whether it has become 0 or not. So how you can do it, you can do it using bng command. So you will be writing bng. If there is any 0 flag high, that means you will skip this repetition, otherwise you will repeat it. So otherwise you will have to jump right to xyz, and xyz should be around here, xy uh, xyz. Okay, let me arrange the code. Okay, let me repeat the code. Now I have arranged it. So first of all, what we are doing, counter equate equal to 00. So we are making 00 equal to counter. Wherever we use 00, we will be using this counter. Then what we do, move literal to working 000 and move working file to C. So it will make port C as an output port. Then what we save value decimal 10 in counter. So move literal to working D10 and move working to file counter. So counter will become equal to 10. Then we send first natural number, which is 01 hex, move literal to working 01 hex, and move it to port C, move working file port C. Then we increment our working register by ones by using add literal to working 01 hex. So working register, which was earlier 01, it will become, okay, it is 1 plus 1. Okay, so basically this is 1 plus 1. So we are adding our incrementing our working register by 1, and then we decrement our counter, because one time we have already displayed a number. So this 10 will become 9, and counter will become 9. So right, so decrement counter, and then we check bng whether the last decrement operation, whether the last arithmetic operation results in 0 or not, because last operation was 10 minus 1, so it will become 9, not 0. If it is not 0, so we will jumping back to xyz. So this program will repeat, and working register value is 2. So working register will be sending towards port C. So earlier we sent one at port C, next we send two, then three, and then four, and so on. So first 10 natural number will be sent, and when 10 number will be sent, then this command will not be true, because counter result will become zero, and when it becomes zero, this condition will fail, and we will escape from this loop. I hope you have understand the concept. I hope you have understand the concept, what we have learned about looping in this lecture. If you have any confusion, please post in comment section. Thank you so much for listening.